Okay, Taurus, so we're gonna do a four-leaf clover spread. This is your oracle reading, and for the first one is all about hope. What most inspires your hope? This one is all about faith. What areas of your life need faith at the time? And number 3, ways in which you can be more open to the exchange of love and connection, and how grace manifests your present circumstances. So let's start with number 1, which is hope. What most inspires hope? And you got the change. So the change says, her windswept shroud wrapped closely, a girl braces against a blustery autumnal gale. A daffodil tucked behind her ear symbolizes the remembrance and optimism of spring, new life and inevitable cycles in nature. Twilight fast approaches as the last rays of the setting sun melt into a sultry rose hue. A canopy of tiny stars will soon illuminate the evening sky. Shepherds may well delight in such a sky, as it could portend a brighter day to follow. The tree will soon shed in leaves, and the upturned roots suggest it had already endured many changes. An owl wisely observing the scene from the barren shelter of its boughs, waiting for the winds to pass. The presence of this card signals changes on the horizon. Like the falling leaves and the twilight sky depicted, a cycle has reached its natural conclusion. Nature reveals that the only constant in life is change itself. By wisely accepting and embracing change, you allow the old to gracefully pass in order to make way for new growth. If change is needed, you can delight in the adventure of a new phase. But if you cling too tightly to the past and carry attachments that no longer serve your highest good, tests may arise. Change always comes bearing new gifts, but they may or may not be what you imagined. At times we are powerless to effect change, as it is the very nature of life itself. Faith is part of the ballast that stabilizes us against unpredictable twists and turns in life, and it helps us adapt to unforeseen challenges. You are always free to choose how best to handle change, but by seeking out the relevant wisdom it brings, you venture forward joyously with hope in your heart and spring in your stride. And for number 2, it says faith, areas in need of faith at this time. And you got beauty. So for beauty, it says, merging against a delicate canvas of aquasquai and ephemeral cherry blossoms is an otherworldly portrayal of a spirit girl. A profusion of fragrant blooms woven into her extravagant headdress frame her sweetly mysterious face. In Japanese culture, cherry blossoms have long been a symbol of the preciousness of beauty and the transience of life. The Greek translation for the beautiful is kalan, related to the verb kalin, meaning to call. When beauty calls, we are elevated into a state of all-encompassing recognition, much like the feeling of returning home. It has the power to humble the heart, delight the mind, and transcend the beholder beyond the limitations of form into the realm of hope. Beauty is indeed in the eye of the beholder, yet as Confucius wrote, everything has beauty, but not everyone can see it. Through the mortal eye, there are times when beauty eludes us and we cannot see the grand design. We are only able to perceive the underside of our Creator's epic tapestry and can make no sense of the loose ends, frayed edges, and knots keeping the supreme handiwork in place. The Persians, long aware of this, are known to create obvious errors in their rugs to show that, except for Allah, no one is perfect. The appearance of this transformer card is calling you to open your physical eyes as well as the eyes of your heart to experience the healing balm of beauty. It is a favorable time to widen your perceptions and actively seek out the rich and sometimes hidden bounty waiting to be explored and integrated into your life. Whether experienced from within or perceived outwardly, the sublime gift of beauty reaffirms your connectedness to life. However, it may appear that there are no mistakes in the warped, weft, and perfect design of life's divine masterpiece. The more you align with your divine nature, the greater your capacity to experience beauty. And then for number 3, it's ways in which you can be more open to the exchange of love and connection, which is expression. Here is the muse of expression. Her face concealed behind a gossamer veil, her intense gaze and a regal headdress are evocative of the wild Isis, the Egyptian goddess of the divine feminine, the mother of all things and the keeper of nature's secrets. Throughout history, the veil has been perceived as a drapery of vice, a vesture of sentiment, religion, and duty. Whatever its function, the mysterious appearance of the veil invites the onlooker to question what is concealed. A profusion of multicolored butterflies rise from the center of the headdress, personifying the spontaneous release of thoughts soaring in the heavens, free from inhibition and worldly constraint. There is a vital place for discretion and self-restraint, especially if our actions or words can harm others. But to be true to the spirit within requires us to express our authentic selves. Old fears of ridicule, rejection, and rendering ourselves vulnerable can prevent us from taking ownership of our individuality and self-expression. Not only can it move us out of alignment with our center, it may block emotional growth if our outward expression does not match our inner reality. Some people measure their creative potential by school performance even if many years have passed. Experience, however, constantly molds and redefines our relationships to life, which in turn brings new talent to the surface. Therefore, it is illogical to assume that our creative expression remains the same throughout our lives. This is the beauty of it. We are never too old to excavate hidden talents that have not yet seen the light of day. The presence of the expression card invites us to look closer for any restrictive fears that might veil the glory of your God-given, authentic self-expression. Verbal communication is just one aspect of self-expression. When words fail, there are many ways to interact with the world. Find your voice and innovate new ways to do things. Through the creative arts, the way you dress, or how you relate to others and the world around you. However you feel moved to respond, be open to new ways of communicating. Dare to risk and then go forth and shine. And your last one is grace. How grace manifests into your present circumstances, and you got celebration. There is cause for a celebration, and this is a special moment for the beautiful girl as she dances in sheer delight. In one hand she holds a golden goblet, in the other a ball of starlight. Her gown and headdress are adorned with fragrant blooms, and butterflies frolicked around her as if she had joined in the happiness. Candles in the foreground add to the mood of rejoicing and symbolize the spiritual presence of lights and illumination. There will be many good reasons for joy without need any formal occasion or the use of a calendar. Celebration can be a type of a harvest, reaping the rewards of effort, marking time or good news, memory of a loved one, birth of a new life or project, fruition of a long-held dream, and it can take many forms. To those who are caught in the addictive chase of leading a life based on projected future happiness, perhaps now is a good time to simply give thanks for the perfection of all that is today in the present moment. By reflecting on how your good and bad choices have led you to this point, hindsight can reveal the ways you have been guided and shaped by unseen forces, which help enrich your understanding of life. These are real triumphs of lasting value we take with us to the next life and are worthy of great celebration. To those who are enduring difficult times where there seems little hope of change, the message of this card beckons you to actively seek joy and celebration regardless of circumstances. You will be forever wealthy if you can learn to celebrate the simplest things in life. In the wise words of Oprah Winfrey, the more you praise and celebrate the life, the more there is in life to celebrate. Okay, Taurus, well, if that resonated with you, please like, share, and subscribe and comment below, and I'll talk to you later. Bye!